the title of this caught your attention, I hope you're here to learn a little bit about bill pay, and hopefully you walk away with a couple quick fun tips on using a bill pay insert. We always have a bill pay insert available. However, this one with our cute cactus on each page is a limited release and available, and hopefully adds a little cute to your bill pay priorities. In our insert, I'm just going to overview really quick that we have our checking and savings, starting and ending balances for each month, our deposits. So depending on where you get deposits from, whether it's a paycheck, child support, whatever date, the date you're getting paid, the amount, some are static amounts, some are not, but you're able to fill that in. And when it hits your bank account, to make sure you got it, you've got some notes down here. It just says this month saved, because you want to, congratulate yourself on some savings. And then over here is our list of bill pay. Now, the reason I have a notepad out first is I want to start by saying, no matter what your financial data or habits are, awareness is the key. So when you get paid is going to dictate some of your behaviors with your bill pay. Your other behavior can be managed by tracking, which is what this insert is great for. So whether you're saving, getting out of debt, or just trying to be stress-free and dealing with paying those bills, writing it out, it's going to help you with accountability and awareness. So set aside time to write out your bill list. Now, initially, you're going to be the reason I have a scratch piece of paper is you want to gather your list of bills. So you have either house or rent. Those are usually due on the 1st, and gather your list of due dates. The reason I'm not doing it initially in here is because I want to put my due dates in order. So that way it all goes in a flow. It just helps if you're naturally looking down the list, you don't miss something and later in the month go, oh, I got a late fee. So you want to write out like house, electric, maybe that's due on the 9th, your water's due on the 26th. You have a credit card that's due on the 10th. So gathering your due dates and getting them together with your list of bills is going to, and putting them on a separate piece of paper, but your initial takes a couple more minutes if you don't already know the due dates, because you've got to go track those down. Now I'm going to take those and I'm going to compile those in order over here. So if I have my house, now, yes, I am only going to use 4 for this demonstration. I know we all have more than 4 bills. Wouldn't it be nice to only have 4? But house is due on the 1st. Electric is due on the 9th. Credit card is due on the 10th. Water is due on the 26th. And say my house payment is always the same. Again, we're just going wishful thinking with our 4 bills and low amounts. My electric, that's going to vary. So I'll wait till I get the bill to write that in. My credit card, unless I'm making like a minimum payment, depending on what that is, I could be, that could be variable, or what I'm going to pay each month, and then the water bill. So once you have your bills written out, organized in due date order, now here's where your behavior or your when you get paid dictates your behavior. So whether you say you get paid once a month, you know that you have to just compile and pay all this probably once a month, or if you're very, good at taking that and breaking it down, that's great too. Like most of us, maybe you get paid every week or every other week, and you need to divide your bills to catch those checks. So if I'm going to get paid in 2 different weeks, I'm going to say, I might draw a hard line even here, just like this, and say, this is my first paycheck, and maybe even write the date. My first paycheck this month is the 6th, and then all this is my second paycheck. And maybe you don't draw a line, maybe you don't write a date. I'm very particular on making sure I catch things in the right section. So then maybe say this check is the 14th. And then I'm aware, yes, these are the due dates, but also, which this would be late, so ignore my bad date pick, but that's bad as well. But I think you might get what I'm saying as far as, So the house payment may have had to be made the month before, or because you get a grace period, maybe you're paying it, maybe you're, let's do a better date then. Maybe your check is the 2nd, and then your check is, let's do the 8th. Make that a little sloppy, but we'll make it at least make sense, okay? So once you set aside time and you get this in order and you get it broke down, that's going to take the longest amount of time. Each month, the due dates should pretty much stay in order. You can transfer the data over and then just leave your amounts opened. Knowing when you get paid and marking that down in this same insert just helps you with that accountability. So over here, it could be that I'm getting paid on the 2nd. I'm getting paid on the 8th. Maybe I'm getting, I'm going to say child support because that's something I could think of right now. Maybe I get that on the 15th. And then maybe that's $200 every month. So I have that filled in when I get that amount and then when I receive it. Having all of this in one place is going to help you eliminate your stress of knowing what needs to be paid when and where the money's coming from. You've got this as your guideline every month, and I hope it helps you. Thank you for joining.